everyone, it's Heidi with Downtown NorCal. Today I'm going to take you on a tour through Fit House in downtown Davis. The last time I was here was March 17th and we have a lot to get through, so I'm going to introduce you to Blanche McNaughton. Hi Blanche.
Hi Heidi, thank you for having me on.
So Blanche is the owner of Fit House, where we are. Blanche, you are standing in front of some cycles there. So you do a big business with cycling. And can you walk us through, when I was here March 17th, you guys had just conducted your first live exercise because we were not allowed to be together in large groups. And then shortly after that, we were all closed down. What have you gone through since then?
Oh my goodness, it's been quite a journey, Heidi. After that, we actually created a Facebook, well, it was called Fit House in Your House, private Facebook page, where we allowed our community to come together via that platform. We taught classes every day. We had videos posted so our community could come back and practice at their convenience. We also taught a free Instagram live class on Monday and Wednesdays. And then when we got notice that we were able to open on June 15th, we started the preparation to come back into the studio, and we actually opened the studio on June 22nd. We physically distanced, allowing Fusion Fit to have 8 participants at a time. Our yoga had 9, and we transitioned to outside with our Cycle Fit program because we didn't feel comfortable having people inside a small space. We started to see our community come back into our space, feeling comfortable in doing so. And then on July 12th, we were notified that we had to cease operation inside and continue outside, which we are now in the process of creating this outdoor studio. We were fortunate in respect that we had all our boot camp classes pretty much all outside. And so we have a space next to us that used to be the parking lot, formerly known as the parking lot, which is now known as the patio. And I mean, you have to see humor in this, you know? And then right now we're in creation of that. So we'll have our classes here on the patio. We're, my face mask. We are putting up some shade, bringing something to put down on the ground because we're teaching yoga out there. We also are teaching some yoga classes out at the Davis Commons. They've been very gracious in allowing us to offer classes there. We offer some Fusion Fit classes, but we feel fragmented because, Heidi, we have some things here in the patio, on the patio, we have some things here, some things there. We really want to bring everybody back home.
Yeah. And you're standing in front of the cycles that will be wheeled out into the parking lot, which will now be your patio.
The patio.
The patio. So that's going to require, obviously, a lot of extra effort. Are you able to maintain the class numbers that you were in the previous, before shelter in place?
So that's a really good question, and the answer to that is no. So we have to physically distance outside as well. So normally in a cycle class indoors, there would be 19 bikes and the instructor. When we wheel these bikes out, now we have 9 bikes and the instructor. So a total of 10 bikes outside on the patio. We wheel them out. We usually do a back-to-back class, at least 30 minutes between classes so the bikes get cleaned and exposed to the sunlight. And then they get wheeled back in. We also have just started our Fusion Fit classes out there, so we try not to overlap, and right now we're limited by the amount of shade that we have, and we also want to make sure that people stay safe and they feel comfortable. So we want our people to come back. We want to add more classes, and we'll do that as we get our community coming back.
So you touch on a really important note, and for small businesses and towns like what we live in. What has happened to the community of Fit House? That is one of the #1 things when I think about Fit House is the community you've had. So what percentage of people are still with you?
Well, we started to see the community come back when we reopened. We had a really good supportive group through the Facebook group that we had, but we are operating at a fraction of what we normally had. And we love our community, and that's what we are. We are community. We support our people, and our people support us. We care about every single person that comes through our doors. So right now we want our people to come back and feel safe, you know, working out or flowing. And so we are personally trying to reach out to the people we haven't seen and, you know, inviting them back personally to come back because we need them to come back, or otherwise, you know, we may not have a studio to come back to.
So you raised the question, you know, a lot of folks have found other online workouts. And, you know, what is the benefit of coming to Fit House versus something that might be a national brand?
Well, the thing is, when you come to Fit House, you get cared about, and you're a person, and we just aren't concerned with your physical being, but also your emotional and your mental being as well, because we're about integration of the whole person, and we care about you, and we know your name, and we'll check in on you, and we'll see, you know, your alignment. We'll see maybe, you know, that today you're showing up a little bluer than you were yesterday. So what you get is that personal connection here.
Yeah. Speaking of personal connections, the community connects back with you. How are you doing financially? You mentioned something about the PPP to me before we started.
Yes, actually, First Northern Bank was amazing in helping us go through that process. And we are going to run out of our PPP money at the end of July. And we just had a eye-opening meeting last night about financials. And we really do need to bring our people back. We need to generate revenue because there's only so much cost that you can take, how much cutting away of this and that. So we are optimistic because we know who we are. But we do need our people to come back to us, and we're going to be in creation of something that's perfectly imperfect outside. It's not what we want to do, but this is how we're going to show up, and we're going to show up in full expression of that. So please come back. If you've been waiting, come by, visit, look, see, you know, and we know that the benefits of exercise on mental health are phenomenal. You know, so exercising, especially during this time of uncertainty, is paramount.
Well, let's head out there and take a look, and you can show me what you're envisioning. Before shelter in place, Fit House had just invested in a brand new floor, lockers, and other renovations. So Blanche and I are out at the patio for Fit House, and Blanche is going to give us an explanation about what the vision is. So Blanche, you're right there at the beginning of your parking lot, now the patio.
Yeah, formerly known as the parking lot. Welcome to Fit House Patio, the patio at Fit House. And this is going to be our home base for as long as the governor requires us to be outside. And right here, we're not allowing any parking. So this is to prevent people from coming in and using the parking lot. We have cleaned this up. You know, I have blisters to show. One of my yoga teachers, Sally Moore, and I spent the day cleaning this and prepping this. We have ordered some huge mats for yoga mats to go on top of. We wheel the bikes from inside out here. We have a little, like a red carpet that the bikes get wheeled onto and then placed on little mats. We just taught our first Fusion Fit class out here, and because it was small, we kind of hunted for some shade. We're in the process of creating shade out here so we can offer more classes. Right now we're a little limited due to the fact that there's a lot of sunlight right now and it's warm. And with Davis weather, I mean, we're thinking we can go through October being okay with being out here. And yeah, this is where we're going to be our home base. Our community will gather here, and we welcome our community back.
This is definitely the future for now. Do you feel that there is a long-term place for brick and mortar?
Well, I surely hope so, because that's where connection takes place. True community, deep community happens where people actually physically come together. And we're human beings, and we strive for that connection. So that's our intention. Our intention is to be here when we come out of this. And right now, you know, we'll do everything we need to do to make that a reality.
How do people find you and keep up with your status?
Well, they can find us at fithousedavis.com. It's our website. They can call us here at the studio. They can stop by when we're in session in live classes, you know, of course, wearing your face mask and being physically distanced. But our website is our easiest way to connect with us.
Okay. Thanks so much for joining us. I've been talking to Blanche McNaughton. She's one of the owners of Fit House in downtown Davis.
Thank you, Heidi.